So yeah, as everybody knows, COVID-19 has really taken a toll on a lot of people's lives, whether it be financially, socially, you name it. It's been a really, really tough week so far. It looks like we're going to have at least another week, maybe even more yet. And with us being in a band for the area, in the area for the last about 7, 8 years or so, um, we kind of found ourselves at a standstill because, obviously we're used to going out performing every weekend, and uh, we can't do that right now. And we were all just kind of sitting around wondering what to do. And Paul Miller had mentioned the idea of doing a Facebook Live show. I thought, yeah, that'd be great. Maybe, people would tune in. And, at the same time, too, with the community being hit as hard as it has in the many ways it has, we had decided to do a virtual tip jar, if you would, to a local organization that deeply benefits the community, that is centered and based on the community here. I personally grown up going to Daybreak Church, and I've always heard the mention of New Hope Ministries, and I did a little bit of research, and I just love how everything's always been so centralized and focused on the area and a multitude of different goods and services they provide to our area. So it's just kind of a no-brainer, our standpoint as to, hey, if we can have something to do on a Saturday night, have some fun, entertain some people, and, if they have some extra money they're willing to help out others in the community as well, then let's make sure it goes somewhere where it's going to seek the most benefit, so to speak. So that's why we chose New Hope Ministries.
Cool. What do you think? How excited were you about the feedback and response that we got from our fans?
I was really taken back. Again, at first I just thought, yeah, this will, in a couple ways, it'll give me something to do, first off, just because I don't want to sit at home alone on a Saturday night with nothing to do, given the circumstances. Then I also thought, people might be interested in doing this. And, at first I thought, yeah, we might get, a handful of people. I thought maybe optimistically 50 people tuning in. And we didn't think of the tip jar idea till later, but whenever we did, I thought, well, we might get $80 out of this if we're lucky. But whenever we went off and started, it was just pretty amazing to see, there's 150 people, 200 people, 300 people. And then I think the highest was like 344, something like that. And, just totally exceeded all expectations, whatever we got done. And about a couple hours after, we crossed over the $600 mark. And then within the Sunday morning, people donated clear up to $690. So threw in an extra $10, made an even round number of $700. And, just exceeded every expectation. So I was just curious now. So, again, we were very happy to do what we did. I've always been familiar with New Hope Ministries. Can you tell me what some of that money will go towards within the area here?
Sure. Well, first of all, I just want to say a huge thanks. This was a really great way to start our Monday morning, was to get the phone call from Paul and your group and just finding out what you had done over the weekend. So thank you first and foremost.
Oh, of course.
Right now, we are open. We're serving the community, and the resources that we're receiving right now from your concert, kind of online concert and tips, and other sources in the community, it's all basically keeping our doors open. It takes a lot of manpower, both our staff and our volunteers, but also just having to adjust to this kind of new normal of being able to serve. So donations are helping us be able to keep our food out there for our guests, able to keep our staff motivated and in place to be able to serve, to manage the volunteers that are there, whether they're our existing volunteers or people who are volunteering right now because they have some free time. And it's also just allowing us to bless families more so than we're able to, kind of maybe on a regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean that by saying that there are just so many different types of donations coming in that wouldn't necessarily be something we'd be receiving. So, for example, a lot of restaurants, they're struggling to, just have carry out. They've had an abundance of extra fresh produce and other perishable items that we can give out. So being able to keep serving and keep our doors open, that's really what donations that came through your concert are helping us be able to do right here in New Hampshire.
Oh, outstanding. How can people contact you to be considered for assistance?
So you mean for someone if they need help themselves?
Correct, yeah.
So again, we're seeing people who are reaching out to us for the first time. They never thought that they'd have to ask for help. The very best thing to do is to actually call us. Okay. And the number in Mechanicsburg is business hours as possible. You can also check information out on our website, which is NHM, like New Hope Ministries, -PA.org. We have up-to-date information on there, not just for the Mechanicsburg location, but all of our locations in South Central PA. The other thing, too, is if you really need help, you can just show up when we're open. We're practicing safe distancing, so no one is coming into the building right now. We are bringing out prepackaged boxes of food for families based on their family size. So if you just show up to the building and there'll be a volunteer staff person there, and if you just say, hey, I don't know what else to do, or I really need some help, can you help me out? They'll be able to get you what you need right now and answer any other questions you may have. We're not going to turn anyone away who lives in our community.
Well, that's one of the things I think what made us, really select you guys is, like I've said over the years, I've seen a lot of the things you guys have done for a lot of people in the area, all under, all these circumstances. And, certainly this pandemic is troubling for a lot of reasons. I mean, number one, it is a medical pandemic. It is, a risk of people's health. But two, like you were saying, people are finding themselves in situations that they've never been in before, to where they may have never contacted you before. And, it's great to have an organization like New Hope Ministries in the area here that people can really count on to get them through this tough time and hopefully, return to a state of normalcy as soon as possible. So, that's absolutely wonderful. So, what needs do you currently have at the moment right now?
So we have two greatest needs right now, and the first you already, and along with all of your supporters, did, which was financial resources. We need donations. This is an unprecedented time for us. We're still serving people who, before all this kind of got bigger than it is now, we were helping them already. But to your point of just asking how do people get in touch if they need help, we're seeing an increase of new people who are reaching out for help. So we need those financial resources today, but also for longer term. We don't really know, like anybody else, what this is going to look like in a week, 2 weeks, or a month.
Right.
We're expecting that there's going to be economic, repercussions down the road that we're going to really see heavier long term. So being able to receive donations monetarily right now is something that we are asking, the community to step up if they're able, because we certainly recognize the fact that everybody is affected by this. We don't want people who aren't in a position because of not working or childcare issues, whatever that may look like. We don't want anyone to be put at risk for that.
Right.
But if you're in a position and you have been blessed and you have extra resources to give, now is a fantastic time to give. The second thing that we're in need of are healthy volunteers. As I mentioned, we're not bringing anyone into our buildings, but we still need people to pack these boxes of food for the families that we're serving. And we serve in Mechanicsburg about 5,700 people every year.
Wow.
And 5,700 people from about 2,400 families every year at that one location. Agency-wide, it's about 22,000 people, but that's just Mechanicsburg. So we need people who can come in who are healthy. Most of our volunteer population are typically retired people, and that usually equates to people over the age of 65. And that's kind of an at-risk group of people for this specific virus.
Right.
So we have a reduction in our regular volunteers, so we are looking for people who are able-bodied and healthy, have not been exposed that they know of to the virus, and who can abide by, working in kind of safe standards more so than usual. So those are the two greatest needs we have right now that will benefit, the people right here in Mechanicsburg that we're serving.
Oh, absolutely. So you heard that, guys. Right now with the pandemic and everything, I know a lot of people are practicing everything that they've been told to do, which is outstanding. But if you do find yourself that you are healthy, if you just watch too many videos on Netflix so far during this week or what have you, be sure to go down to New Hope Ministries. You can give a call and see how you can help out, because they could certainly use the help right now. As she said, if there's anything out there, I know everything's kind of stretched thin. I know in my particular circumstance, I come from a local plumbing and heating company, and although it is an essential business, we are operating currently on a skeleton crew. So I know that a lot of businesses around here are struggling, but if you do find yourself in a position to whether it be volunteering, whether it be by donating, please reach out. You can find the phone number and all literature on the website for New Hope Ministries. This particular branch is located on Trindle Road. There are many branches in the area, but if you are a local to Mechanicsburg, you would love to help out in any way you can, be sure to contact New Hope Ministries today and see how you can help. So.
Well, thank you so much again. We're just really appreciative of how not just you all, but how the whole community is really stepping up to support people who are really challenged through this crisis. So thanks again. We're so blessed and so thankful.
Oh, of course, anytime, and we'll all get through this together. So, thank you.